The family trauma. A story of harm impacts on mental, physical, and emotional health. The old house stood on a hill overlooking the town, a silent witness to generations of heartache. Within its walls, the Peterson family carried a burden, an invisible weight passed down through blood and whispers. It was the legacy of trauma, a wound that festered beneath the surface, poisoning their minds, bodies, and souls. The unseen scars. Sarah Peterson, a bright young woman with dreams of becoming a writer, felt the weight most acutely. Anxiety gnawed at her, a constant companion that made it difficult to concentrate. Memories, not her own but echoes of her grandmother's fear and her mother's despair, haunted her waking hours. Simple tasks, like grocery shopping or attending a class, felt monumental. Her body was always tense, her muscles knotted. Sleep offered little respite, filled with nightmares of abandonment and violence. Doctors spoke of stress and anxiety, prescribing medications that dulled the edge but never addressed the root of the problem. Her brother, Mark, battled his demons in silence. He pushed himself to excel, driven by a need to prove himself worthy, to outrun the shadow of his father's failures. But the pressure was immense, and he found himself increasingly isolated, numbing his pain with alcohol and fleeting connections. His health suffered. Constant headaches, digestive problems, and a suppressed immune system made him vulnerable to every passing illness. Shattered focus. The family trauma cast a long shadow on their aspirations. Sarah struggled to write, the words failing to capture the depth of her emotions. Deadlines loomed, but she couldn't focus, her mind a whirlwind of fragmented thoughts and anxieties. The dream of becoming a writer seemed to slip further away with each passing day. Mark's relentless pursuit of success left him depleted and disconnected. He achieved milestones, but the satisfaction was fleeting, replaced by an overwhelming sense of emptiness. He struggled to maintain relationships, his fear of vulnerability driving people away. His goals, once a source of motivation, now felt like a burden, crushing him under their weight. Emotional health. Difficulty forming healthy relationships. Low self-esteem, emotional numbness, feelings of shame and guilt. Family trauma impacts all facets of life, relationships, work and general well-being. This is a cyclical problem that can be addressed with professional help. Mental health. Anxiety, depression, PTSD, difficulty concentrating. Physical health, chronic pain, digestive issues, weakened immune system, sleep disturbances. The weight of the past threatened to suffocate them both, stealing their joy, their dreams, and their very essence. Breaking the cycle. One day, Sarah stumbled upon a support group for survivors of family trauma. Sharing her story, hearing the stories of others, she realized she wasn't alone. The weight began to lift, replaced by a sense of hope. She started therapy, confronting the demons that had haunted her for so long. Mark, seeing the change in his sister, cautiously followed suit. He began to unpack his own pain, learning to forgive himself and his family. Slowly, painstakingly, they began to heal, to rewrite their story, to break free from the echoes in their blood. The journey was long and arduous, filled with setbacks and tears. But with each step forward, they reclaimed a piece of themselves, a piece of their future. The old house on the hill still stood, a reminder of the past, but it no longer held them captive. They were free, ready to embrace a future defined not by trauma, but by resilience and hope. Key takeaways. This story highlights the profound impact of family trauma on mental, physical, and emotional health. It demonstrates how unresolved trauma can hinder personal growth, impair focus, and make everyday tasks feel insurmountable. The narrative underscores the importance of seeking support and professional help to break the cycle of